All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another DMTV interview.
Podcast.
This one's gonna be a podcast, I guess. So it's not really an interview, but weird one, but it's gonna be fun. So
I'm ready, man. I'm ready to talk about whatever. I'm in my element right now. You already know the tub got me relaxed.
Hondos.
We're gonna talk about everything. I'm excited, man.
Yeah. Well, I guess let's talk a little bit about. Let's just get started with what we've been doing just in the last month, because I know a lot of shit has happened just in the last month. First thing we did, I think that was really big, was dropping What Have I Done?
Yeah.
So the song, the video.
Yeah.
So I guess let's kind of dive a little bit into it. So let's talk about the song first.
Yeah.
I wanted to, because I know how special that song is to you, and you know how much time you took to hold on to it before you even dropped it. So let's talk a little bit about that.
Yeah. That song, honestly, it's crazy that like that song even came about, because like I was in the studio at my crib, obviously.
Yeah.
And I had Conrad over from
Shout out to Conrad.
Yeah, shout out Conrad. He came over and we were just like making stuff, and we made something. It was like Kanye-esque. I don't know how it turned into like What Have I Done?
Yeah.
We just started making something, and honestly, we were just vibing out. And I come outside to just catch a vibe. I'm sitting down. This feels like a Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, like, you know, moment. I don't know what.
It felt like
happened. It felt like that because I was sitting outside and I heard him play this riff on the guitar, and I was like, "That's it right there."
And then you ran in there, and
ran in there, and I said, "Keep that, whatever the fuck you just did." And he kept it. He kept going with it, and I instantly got my VHS camera, and I started recording, and I started humming out what like the chorus of it, like the "What Have I Done," and then I was like, "Oh my God, this is magical!" And I just like, boom, I was like, "Yo, record that." He recorded it. I recorded it, and the song was done in like one day. It was probably like 4 hours, and the song was basically done.
Damn.
And then he came back for another session to redo the whole instrumentals, because I had like a demo version.
Okay, I see
it was
that.
It was like stripped down. There was like nothing attached to it, no body to it.
Yeah.
And then pretty much came recorded again, and that was recorded like a year and a half until I released it.
Damn.
A year and a half.
That's a long time.
And I know you know, because we've been like bumping it. But
no, I know. Yeah. No, I heard it. I think you played it to me this year.
Yeah.
And after that, I think a few months after you played it for the first time, you're like, "Yo, I need you to do drums for a few songs."
Yes.
And
we got to talk about that.
Yeah. So I think that's when I really bagged the song, when you kind of reached out and said, like, "Yo, let's do drums for this shit." And I was like, "Okay, fire." So there's two songs in particular that I play drums on.
Yeah.
This is the one that I think is probably my favorite, just because it was the craziest one.
Yeah, there was this. So for the people that don't know, I have a version of it where it's literally stripped down, and it has like these drums, and they're just digital drums, and they sound cool, but they weren't anything
like
special.
Acoustic,
So I was like, you know what? How about if we actually turn these digital drums to like real drums? So I was like, "Yo, Max,
we got.
I know he's a crazy drummer." So I was like, "Let's get it on. Let's get on it." Boom. We went to the studio and we banged out 2 tracks that day. They're both on the album.
Yeah, both of them are going to be on the album. To me, that was a bucket list moment for sure, just because I played drums for so long and took it so serious for so many years. And I even bought microphones and shit just to record drums, and I never knew how to operate them, so never ended up ever recording anything outside of like on the phone and shit.
Yeah.
So having that and hearing myself on a song was crazy. So
yeah,
I appreciate you for letting me do that.
No problem, bro. That's like a full circle moment, like how
100%,
things turn around, and like the first song you recorded with is like, you know,
that was the craziest shit. To start with that.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Yeah,
I can only imagine the next shit.
It was super fun. That was definitely a special moment for the album, and just like, one of the most like exciting times recording something. I always record stuff at my house and like by myself, and like I don't really like, you know, explore too much. So that was the first time going out with friends, recording something. It's so fun. So I'm excited to do that again.
Yeah.
If it's another single, another album, But this album is everything right now, and so we're putting all of our attention in that.
100%.
And also another song that was recorded in the same studio for drums is "Feeling Lost," and I know you have a special connection with that too.
Yeah. So "Feeling Lost" is definitely like that's 100%. I think my favorite song off the project. Just for there's a few reasons why. I think the biggest one, aside from me playing drums, is I think
don't be so biased, my boy.
Come on. Well, obviously I play drums on it, but I feel like just the message and I think the topic and I don't know, the emotion. I don't think like any creative, anyone that does any sort of arts, whatever, like that song hits. Like obviously you guys would have heard it at this point. If you're a creative and you didn't shed a tear, then you're a goof. I'm sorry.
You're a goof. If you didn't cry, you're a goof.
Yeah.
Simple as that. You have no emotions.
Like, then you clearly haven't gone through the troubles and tribulations of being a creative then.
Yeah,
there's no way you don't feel something to that
If you are a creative, and I mean, not even just a creative, anyone that's kind of really going through stuff, that song really touches on like just, feeling lost and feeling like you don't know where you are in a point in time, and just feeling lost, like literally with the title of the track.
And it's crazy because you have multiple like songs that kind of like talk about being in a low point, like All Time Low, for example. Talk a little bit about that song, because I know that shit is probably one of, like, I think sonically it's definitely one of the more, it's going to be one of the more popular songs off the project. Even, for example, you performed it at the show all the way back on the 17th of September. I think that was probably one of the songs that everyone was just jumping to. Everyone knew the lyrics.
That was honestly, it's like I'm at an all-time low and everyone's jumping.
Everyone's going crazy.
Everyone's so happy that I'm on an all-time low. It's crazy. No, but that song, again, a lot of the stuff was recorded like a year ago, year and a half ago. So
which is crazy because the music is
and
insane.
You already know the music is just every time, it's just going up and up. So
the quality keeps getting better. Like I thought, I Can't Say I'm Sorry was crazy, but Never Mind is next level.
But All Time Low was a fun one to record, and I honestly had that hook for like, I swear it was like a year. I had that hook and I didn't touch it for a year. It was just sitting in my notes. I was like, yo, demos I should finish. I was going through my phone and I was like, yo, let's hear some stuff. This is after I think the album was an idea. So then I was like, yo, I need to finish these verses. So I recorded the hook in a studio in like Richmond Hill. I did that. It was super dope. Didn't think anything of it. And it was actually recorded on a very expensive microphone.
Nice.
Which I was like, shoot, how am I going to, get my setup and that setup like sounding similar? But honestly, recorded that a year ago. I was like, yo, I need to finish it. Went to my boy Coco's crib.
Nice.
Coco's closet.
Nice.
And I was like, yo, came up again, showed the boys. They're like, yo, finish this. Just literally put it on, and I started freestyling the verse. That's the first verse. And then a week later, I recorded the second verse at my house. So 3 different sections of the songs are all recorded in different areas, which is really cool.
That's fire. That's
I haven't done that before.
That's crazy because managing that, I can only imagine like if it's all different microphones too, like the inconsistencies, but it sounds like one whole thing. You just freestyled the whole thing. But actually, on the topic of All Time Low, there's I think probably one of your most clever lyrics in the song where you kind of name drop. I think it was like 6 or 7 songs from your previous album.
From my album,
That's almost the entire album you name dropped.
Yeah.
And it was perfect. Like literally, like nothing felt like you forced it in there. It felt like it was.
I hate it alone. I can't say I'm sorry. This made me so cold. You should have really known before you let me go that you ran out of love and it's all my fault. Come on.
Damn.
So I can't say I'm sorry. So cold. Should have known.
Yeah.
Let me go. Ran out of love.
Let Me Go is the most slept on for sure. I don't think anyone bagged that one at all.
No one bagged that.
No
one did. I think Elixir was the only person as soon as it dropped. Boom. Texted me, I caught this.
No, because that was your first time dabbling into that. Yeah, shout out Elixir. That's him dabbling into, that's you dabbling into that hyperpop scene, and he's really big on that, and I fuck with it too. So I think that's why like most of your audience don't really listen to that, so they probably didn't really appreciate that song as much. So that's why it went over people's heads. Yeah.
Let Me Go on that last album.
Which is weird because it had the instrumentals of hyper pop, but you delivered that
pop lane.
Exactly.
Hyper pop. Emphasize on the pop,
Exactly. So I don't know. That album was special too. But now that I feel like since we started this whole team and shit that we that we have now,
music, baby.
Exactly. So, like as soon as we made that happen, actually, it's crazy because me and you have been doing stuff, but we never like made something like super official. And it took another guy behind the camera right now, Evan, the man himself,
EVN,
the man, the myth, the legend, to come in and just show us like, okay, we got something special here. Like, what are you doing?
Be a team.
Exactly. Make it official.
It was like two people liking each other in high school, and then they're too scared to say something. And it's like, come on, you got the friends to say, you know what, you guys need to do shit,
Exactly.
So, but we always did that stuff, and like we started with Hawaii, which was crazy. That's where Jet hooked us up.
Yes, Jet is a huge part. Big shout out to Jet. I wanted to appreciate him because he's a big part of this whole underground scene and getting it where it is now. Like he connected me with so many people, like us, like specifically. I remember I forgot what lake I was on, but I remember I was like on the lake with fams, and I remember we had a call scheduled, and like we hopped on a call for the first time, and I was just like, shit kind of already made sense there. Isn't it after I wrote an article on you?
You wrote an article. Yeah, you wrote an article, and then we started talking. Jet was like, just show me your stuff, and I was like, yo, let's get like. I thought it was sick. I wanted to work with you, and then we mutually just agreed on it.
Yeah, and then
sent you Hawaii. Boom.
Then I was like, that song, immediately I knew something was special, and then we kind of kept it on and off around that time. We were doing our own thing.
Like, yo, this guy's a goofball.
Damn.
I'm joking.
Come on.
No. We kept on.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. Sorry, can you give me a chicken nugget? I want you to I want you to feed it to me.
I'll feed both of us.
No, we're gonna steal his food. I don't want to steal his food. Maybe split it in half and give us one. Give us.
You want me to feed you guys?
Yeah, just feed it right in my mouth.
Come on.
I mean, if that's what you like.
Yeah.
Oh, without the sauce. Fuck the sauce.
Mm.
No, I don't want sauce. It's the gayest shit
Come on,
we've
my
done.
boy. Look at this. We're living lavish. Yo.
That's good.
Wow. That was really good. Shout out Coco. I already talked about you before.
Yeah, I name dropped you.
Coco. You already know. But, yeah, it was dope. I don't want to chew on the mic. I feel like it's weird, but yeah, after that was So Cold, and then Ego Death. What have I done? Do we have anything else planned?
100%. I don't know. There's nothing
for the album.
From the album, we are definitely planning another video. I don't really want to go too deep into it because I don't even know yet exactly what song we're for sure guaranteed to do, but there is one.
There's ideas.
Yeah, there's ideas, some crazy ideas circling. So I don't know if I really want to dive in too deep on that. I want to focus on other stuff because I really want us to keep it a secret because I know that video is going to be so special. I don't want to spoil anything now or even give anyone the impression of what the idea is because it's crazy. Yeah. So, but
can I ask you a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Do you have any obviously you kind of said feeling lost, but do you have anything that you anything like from the album that you took away that felt special to you that you related with or you were impressed by that when I showed you something was there anything I'm curious as a friend showing you something and
yes,
yeah, was there anything
honestly no joke, I feel like basically every song in the album I felt something because I kept streaming it that's because I'm picky with music. Yeah. In terms of yes, I listen to shit like Cardi sometimes, which isn't everyone's favorite because I'm pretty diverse in my taste in music. Yeah. But that doesn't mean I'm not picky with my music. I don't I don't listen to just anything. If I'm listening to someone, there's a reason. Yeah. There's a lot of reasons I'm listening to it. So I don't know. Anytime you create a song and it's a song you want to show me, every time it's crazy. So I could say any song.
Before I show it, I want to make sure it's on that level.
I mean,
of like, yo, I want
at this point, you start showing me more music that like, they're not done, whatever. But back before we started getting this album together, before we really got into like, oh, you're sending me everything you make, that's when, you know, anything you would send me, I was like, holy fuck, like this guy just doesn't miss. Like every time I'm like, this shit is hard. I'm like, it's crazy. But I think the song that stands out off the album that I love is My Journal. And a big thing is I just love that you talk your shit on that. I feel like it's big.
Yeah, my confidence came out on that.
100%. No, but rightfully so. Rightfully so. I think you gotta, like, you don't really do that. Like you keep your music very clean for everyone. I think My Journal is a great track of like, oh, this is what I've done, and I think you deserve to talk your shit. Like you've done enough. Like even just quality wise, like who's touching that? Like no one's at that. Like no one's at that quality.
And No,
doing it solo too.
That track to me, it was like, it really. I wanted to call it My Journal. I don't say My Journal in it at all. It's just a freestyle of like, I don't know why, but that beat was really just talking to me. And it was like, I felt like I needed to summarize what I was doing and what I'm manifesting. And
manifestation is a big one. Yeah, like you talk about that in there, just like talking about like, oh, I'm here. Yeah. You know, like the part of manifestation, like you mentioned shit that you've wanted, that you've kind of already achieved. And I feel like there's stuff on that song that at the time you recorded it wasn't a thing, but it's literally almost a thing, which is fucked.
Yeah, I mean, like we can talk about stuff.
Can't
right
really
now.
talk about it, but
if it's out, it's out. But yeah, no, there's
some heavy shit.
If you haven't, go dissect the lyrics. Maybe you'll figure it out. Maybe you won't. But there is things there that like, I don't know. The manifestation and the lyrics on that one are really meaningful. I mean, I feel like a lot of tracks on this album are just like the lyrics mean so much to me. And I was really I've never really done that with a project. And like, I really felt like sharing what I'm going through, and it's more personal. Which is important.
I think that's what people want to hear.
Yeah.
I think that's...
But it's a mixture. There's tracks that just like,
that are fun
more
tracks.
More than my life. That's a really cool one.
That's a really good song, yeah. It's crazy because that's the last song you recorded for the album, and it was such a spontaneous thing.
It was like 2-3 weeks before the album that I was like, yo, that came about. It was just like, I was just chilling, and I had my family from Switzerland over. Right? Yeah, my little cousins from Switzerland were over.
Nice.
And
they're hilarious, by the way.
Yeah,
fucking
they're
hilarious.
Characters,
they're so
sure.
fun.
And they were like, they wanted to see me. They were like, can you make a song right now? And I was like, I mean, yeah, I guess. It's like putting me on the spot. And I was like that would be such a cool experience to show my family 100%. And my little cousins to see like, yo, you can do this too. Like, all that shit.
Just
like the creative process. So I was like, yeah, sure. Start making something. Wasn't my favorite. Then I was like, okay, fuck it. Let's do something else. Start on another thing, and they, like, we all kind of knew, even though they're younger and they don't do music, they're like, oh, I really like that. And I was like, yeah, this loop is fucking sick. And it was like making me move, and I was like, okay, so this needs to be like some kind of like a reggaeton type style of a song in that genre, right? So I was like, okay, let's go. Just start freestyling, and one of my cousins, Leandro, he was like, you should, can you talk about me in the song? And I was like, okay, he's younger. I don't want to say like it could be cheesy if you talk about one person, but I was like, you know what? Let me see if I can do something. So I was joking around. I was like, his name is Leandro. So I was like, and they call him Lele. So I was like, Le. And then after, I'm like, what do you want me to say? Like, Le. And I was like, oh, wait.
That sounds fire.
Le. And I was like, oh my God. And then my cousin Diego, he's older. He's like, oh, that was really good. And so it was like a combined thing of like, just, I don't know. That one is a super intimate one to me, because it's like, I got to visit, my family was visiting. Yes. And I got to show them. With them. And I made it with them, and their vocals are in the song.
That part.
That's cool.
It's funny because obviously everyone got the censored version. The uncensored version is hilarious. I hope it's gonna be out somewhere.
But they have singing layers inside the song too.
Oh, they have singing layers.
They have singing layers. They're tucked in the back as supporting.
That's
vocals.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, they have my little cousin. He's like 12, and
he doesn't even act like he's 12. Yeah, bro.
And he put some vocals in there. It's cool.
That's sick.
Yeah, I thought it was that one's special too, because it's like, yeah, it's a vibe. Lyrics aren't like super meaningful, but man,
no, it's just fun. It's bro, like how I knew it was good is that like I even had my cousin who was super critical of music.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, like I played a few songs on the album. He's like, yo, yeah, this is cool. And then I played that song. He's like, yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah,
it's weird because I like that song. Simple. I like that song, but to me, I would never put that over a bunch of the other ones. But I feel like it's because I see music deeper than just
than the vibe and
than
the
just
feel.
the vibe. Exactly.
I mean, yeah,
but it is a really good song, though. It is a really good song. Like even the verses, I think. That's where you really deliver it, like, which is crazy because most people have amazing hooks, but their verses are very like bland, and they don't always deliver on that. At least not on every song. That's the one thing that's consistent with you is you have a crazy hook and you still deliver on the verse too, which is super important because like if the verse is not good or it doesn't keep you in, you know,
it gives it context.
Yeah, exactly.
Because that song is so simple too. It's like. I'm literally just saying le like the whole time.
Yeah, I know.
It's like Gucci Gang, Gucci
Bro,
Gang.
at first when I heard that song, I'm like, really? Are you just gonna say that for the fucking hook, bro?
Hey,
but I got used to it.
I'm telling you, it's so crazy how the more simple you make stuff as an artist and seeing this stuff, like the more simple something is, sometimes it's like
people love it.
Yeah, and it catches anyone. Now anyone can sing that. If you're freaking Russian, if you're Italian, if you're from Switzerland, if you're from Bulgaria, you
doesn't matter.
That's it. You can sing along to the chorus and you just move. It makes you move. So that one's super dope. But I don't know. There's a lot of special ones on the album. Those are like ones that kind of just stuck out in my mind. That are special.
No, there's definitely songs on there that are great, but I feel like, you know, like every song has its own story. So it's like it's either. Yeah, I think like diving into every song, there's a lot to talk about. There's so much we could talk about there. And now that I'm thinking about it, there's one song off the project that I think is probably like when I heard it, dead ass gave me goosebumps. And
I think I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, if you've heard it, you know exactly which one I'm talking about. I'm pretty sure it was called Addict.
Yeah,
Addict, crazy. Like I don't think it's gonna get. Yeah, it's super experimental, and I think for that reason, it's not going to get the appreciation it deserves from the regular listener.
It's a closing track. It's like the outro track.
It is, but it's a crazy way to end the album. Yeah. So it's not just any regular ending. Like, I feel like, I don't know, just the atmosphere it gives is insane. Like, there's just something about that song that I just, like, it was my favorite song for a while. Like,
and you know what's crazy about that? You say that, and I remember, I think I was on FaceTime with you and Ev, and I was going through stuff, and I was like, "What's this?" And I was I was going through my stuff, and I was like, "What's this Addict track?" And I click it.
This guy just had it sitting in his fucking folder for months, or a year. You just threw it aside,
dude. I thought it was ass when I made it. I was like, "What the fuck is this?"
That's crazy.
Go back to it like a year and a half later, and I was like, wait, you know what? This is actually kind of cool. And I was being weird, and I was like, you know, I at the moment I was like, I don't know, like this is a little bit too weird for me. Then with this album, I kind of was giving more of my true self and like talk about stuff. So I was like, you know what? I think that's why it hit more, because like I want to be more authentic, and I want to hit stuff I haven't hit and talk about shit.
Exactly. And I think that song, even just the lyrics itself are crazy. Like it hits.
If you just read the lyrics,
that's what I'm saying. It's fucked. Like I felt every single one of them, and I think that's the thing about that song. You need to hear it a bunch of times to actually bag the lyrics, because you get so like I don't know lost in the actual production of it, because the production alone is insane.
Yeah, and it's simple. I produced that one
exactly.
too.
You made that.
Yeah,
as you.
I was fooling around, and Logic has like crazy violins. So producers out there, I know you're appreciating this if you use Logic too.
Yeah, fuck around with those violins.
Oh my god. I was producing that. The main loop was dope. I fucked with it, and I was like, yo, let me just. This needs some weird shit.
Yeah,
doesn't need drums. Doesn't need this. Doesn't need that. It just needs some weird shit. And I was being weird with it. Experimental, I would say the word was. and especially with the lyrics too. But the lyrics really came from a spot of, it kind of hit deep for me, because I was looking at someone that I love and kind of talking about a situation, and it wasn't personal to me. I wasn't talking about my problem, but I was talking about something I seen, and more that I got to open up with it. And I realized that, okay, now this can't just be about one thing. This could kind of like generalize any sort of addiction problem or anything like that. And it kind of, I feel like I felt kind of bad after too. That's why I left it, because I was like, I haven't gone through addiction, so why should I talk about it? But I really put myself, and I watch, I don't want to go too dramatic in it, but there's watching someone you love too in something, a situation like that. Definitely made me feel it. So it's like, if I wasn't the first-hand person, I was writing about it and just talking about else. And talking about it. And talking about it. And just talking about it. Like that one, I haven't really, like, the lyrics are very meaningful, but I just let it out, and I don't say much. And this is the first time I'm kind of like talking about it like that. I don't think I've ever talked about that song. So that one's very special to me. It is something I'm really. It
sounds special. So I think you could tell, even as a listener, you could feel the energy in it. That's why it gave me chills when I first heard it, because it's like the production is crazy, but like you feel the energy of everything in that song. So I think. Yeah,
I'm really letting it out.
Yeah. This project is, I think, across a lot of songs you let it out. Like Feeling Lost, I think is going to be a big hit with the creatives. And yes, it could be for anyone. But I think it's going to be a really big hit for creatives and people that are struggling through just making it in with something they love. And All Time Low, that I feel like is for anyone. Just because it was extremely broad. And that's just 2 songs off the project that already just like dig deep into that topic. But you do that a lot in that project, and I feel like it was nice to open up the project with my journal. It kind of gives a little bit of a different.
It gives context of where I am at life.
Oh, exactly. Like you're talking your shit, having fun, but then you kind of slow it down, and then you just kind of give the people the sauce with all the other music. Like you just give them, give them everything. So the project. I think this one, it came together beautifully. And even for example, let's talk about the artwork and shit, and like the overall the look that we got for this.
That was interesting. That was the first time like something like that came about, and like working around the artwork instead of working around the music. And
that's the first time I started kind of like introducing myself. This is around the time when we like really got the label situation going, and we kind of got
digital music formed.
The collective formed. And I was like, you know what? I want to be part of it in every shape or form. I have the skill set. Let me go in. And I was like, let me get the cover arts done, because I don't know, like I enjoy doing it. I've never really done it much, and I'm like, if I could already take photos, I know I'm a fan of like photos that are not altered with a bunch of text on it. I don't like it. Like there's a way to do it. There's a way to do it.
You let the art talk.
The photo. I let the photo talk, and I think I love. The most iconic albums to me are the ones that just have a picture that just like you look at it and you're like, this picture just like there's like it just speaks to me. There's like thousands of words I can describe this picture with.
And people have different perceptions of it too.
Every single person has something different. I think the one that inspired me the most actually is the album that got me into like rap in general. J. Cole's Forest Hill album, where he's sitting on the top of the house with his legs dangling and shit. Like that is an example of an iconic cover. It's just a picture. Just a fucking picture. There's nothing else that's going on there. He's just sitting on a roof of a house. So simple. And I took that concept with when we were here. We actually shot this not too far away from your house, which is crazy. Just we just found an abandoned.
We always do that shit.
Yeah, I know. Like we literally filmed and did everything in our careers so far, like majority of it, like
in like a 15 kilometer radius maybe.
Of your house, and even for myself, a lot of the shit I'm like literally every music video that I dropped on my channel, something has been filmed in my house. Something in that video was filmed in my house, and it's crazy because like people are always like, yo, how much, like what's the budgets of your videos? I'm like, nothing. Like there's zero. I don't spend nothing on the videos.
We do because
we finesse it.
we are just doing with what we have, and that's
and we're doing a lot. So you can imagine when we do actually get the budget, we're out of here. Simple. Like when we have the budgets, you could just imagine how far we can go with it, and we won't need as much of a budget as well to do something crazy.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm excited.
I'm super excited for the future, just in that topic in general. But one thing I wanted to
the album.
So the album. So back on that, it was a simple idea. We just went out, shot photos, and I don't know. There's just that one shot that obviously ended up being the cover art that was just iconic.
And I formed the album around
that same day. We came home
the same day. We
edited the photos in an hour.
Yeah, and we got the photo, boom, put it in Apple Music and started going through stuff.
Yeah, putting the album together, seeing what made sense, what didn't, and we literally basically, I would say,
structured the album around the picture and the vibe of the picture.
Yes, I would say basically every single song except for one was already figured out that day. Yeah, basically, I think
I would say so. I think I took a couple out, or maybe.
Oh yes, yeah. There is, I think, one or two songs that dropped out that we couldn't drop.
Yeah.
But aside from that, though, the stuff that did make it on the project was basically already there since that day, which is crazy.
True. That happened so quick because I just got it. Bro, I got the vault, man. They don't know about the vault. I got shit.
Bro, you didn't even know about your own vault, my guy. You were getting surprised, like, oh shit, I have an album.
That's why, like, also Addict popped up in there. That day we didn't have Addict.
No, I know.
They came up later and we're like,
exactly.
Wait, this could be cool.
But
like, I think that was an interesting way to like structure an album. People usually have themes they want to go by. I'm gonna make this before they even make the song.
But you do it differently. Like you just make the song,
artwork, and then
exactly. You just make the music.
I've never heard someone do that.
I've never seen someone do that either. And I think that's what's
an album over a picture.
But that's the thing. Like we structure our shit so differently. That's why it comes out different.
I think I just got a little bit too much music.
Maybe that is so, but I don't think there's ever too much though. There's never too much of anything. I feel like you can, like, if you have a bunch of music, you just go through the shit that's good and bad. But I feel like listening to your vault, like there weren't that, like if a song wasn't good, it wasn't finished. Like if you had a song basically finished, then we all fucked with it. Like it wasn't like
there's definitely I wouldn't pursue or show like options that I think that weren't valid.
Yes.
But I don't know. I think it's just like anything I did pursue and show you guys is like I pursued it because I liked it and I thought it was the one. You know what I mean? So a lot of them were like that on the album. I don't know. I
mean that basically we went crazy with that. Like just from the visual side of it, we kind of started piecing things together, and then the album itself, obviously we spoke about a few songs. I think definitely your best piece of work, and I can't wait to see what we do with the next one.
Yeah.
Because this one definitely topped the last one, and I love also just to finalize the album talk about the name itself. The last album was called I Can't Say I'm Sorry, and then this one's called Nevermind. So we're just kind of continuing it on, and I want us to keep that going. I want us to see what we can do next time. If it makes sense, we will keep it going.
I want to create a whole fucking paragraph.
Imagine you have a whole fucking 2 sentences, 3 sentences. Just
come on.
7-8 albums.
I mean that'd be cool. Crazy, we can't expose the plan.
I mean
we already just did, but
come on, you can't guess, bro. You know how many words there are in the English language?
Who knows where we're gonna go with it?
Yeah, exactly. But who said that we are gonna continue it? This might be the end of that.
Maybe we're just tricking you.
Maybe it doesn't even.
Maybe we don't even exist. Maybe we're not even in this hot tub right now.
100%.
Maybe you're just dreaming.
CGI. This is all CGI.
Yeah. It's all AI.
This is all AI is better. This is ChatGPT.
We're not even real.
We're fake.
I'm not even real. He's not even real. DMTV's not even real. Yeah. What is life?
We fooled you guys. You're
in a dream. Wake up.
You guys got fooled. You guys got fucking fooled. But actually, segueing from the album, I wanted to quickly run on my last show. Just because I think it was a good thing. Also,
crazy.
It was thank
crazy.
You.
That was super. That was a level up from, I would say, anyone that's doing it in the city for sure.
Thank you. Yeah, no.
I'm excited for the next one.
It's crazy because it was me and Evan putting it together, because the last two shows, I mean, anything with the brand, it was just all me until just recently. And the thing is, I know most of the other shows that are getting put on are done by like 5, 6, 7 people. And that's not to hate on anyone else. It's just that, like, I just don't think a lot of people put in the energy that they should. Like, I see the potential in so many of the people out here. Like,
yeah, there's passion behind it. We don't, you know, there's passion behind it.
But shout out to the guys that are doing, like, Dead Egos. Like, I fuck with him heavy. Like, he shows a lot of love. I think he's got a really interesting platform. He's covering a whole different scene than I am. So I feel like we're together, because he also does like the whole platforming thing. And so shout out to him. Crazy. Like, I fuck with his videos. He's, I don't know, like, he just has like a vision, and I want to see him bring that to life, and that's really cool. And also huge shout out to Quoted for also doing stuff for the city too. Like, people are putting on shows, and that's all that matters, giving other underground artists like opportunities. I can't do everything myself. Like, yeah, I am a platform. I am a face of a certain part of the city, and I am trying to put the underground on, and I want to do something really big with this, but there's only so much I can do, because I do want to curate myself with who I'm working with as well. And yeah, I have other ways of doing that. For example, articles, I'm a lot more lenient with that. I want to cover more. I want to cover music that might not even be 100% amazing yet, but I'm covering it to talk about what's good, and I sometimes mention what isn't good about it, because I want to help them out.
You want to talk.
Yeah, I just want to talk.
You want to share your ideas, and because not a lot of people do have these ideas and have these opinions and all this stuff, and it's like, if you're sharing that shit and people fuck with your the way you do shit, and it's like, you know, it's cool. You just let your just like how I talk in my music, you talk in your articles, you show
in the videos, in the shows, all that. That's basically my way of and I think you've experienced it when I wrote an article on you, how much it means, because I didn't realize it until
as an artist.
After.
I'll tell you, as an artist, any artist will feel the same. It's like when you get anything done, if someone just records a video, even like just sharing your stuff, or taking a video of them listening to your song, or someone writes an article, that is crazy. So that really, I see how that can work. You know, miracles of like connecting with people.
Yes, articles are a huge way of how I got to build connections, and I know it helped a lot of people to kind of see where they're at, and made them want to.
You're appreciating.
I'm showing that, look, there's people out here that are listening to your music and appreciating it, and here is a place where you can come for other people. Because I also, it's funny, because that was my way of appreciating artists, and they felt that way. But then I started receiving people. For example, huge shout out to my boy Callum. It's crazy. Like, this guy sent me a whole resume. Like, he was such a big, like, I don't know, like, he showed so much love. Like, I haven't seen anyone prior to him like really see the vision. Like, there's only us like here in this place here really see the vision. So the fact that he came out and wrote a resume, like, I call it a resume, but it was just more of just like a way of like, oh, here is what I love about your platform, and I want to be part of it in some shape or form. And I appreciated that heavy, because I'm like, yo, no one's done that, and it showed me like, yo, that, and it showed me that there is someone who reads the articles, actually goes through it.
Well, that's basically what you're doing for an artist.
Yeah, exactly. And he did that for me.
Yeah, exactly.
He did that for me.
It's like full circle.
Yeah, and then Gabs as well. Huge shout out to Gabs. Amazing guy. Makes amazing, like, you know, kind of like content videos, like covering the scene, and he does a lot of content now. He's kind of gotten a little bit more into it. He was actually at the show, he covered it as well. And I don't know, even just a simple video of him saying like, yo, pop out to the show. Like, he did a little bit of, I think he dropped it on Friday, the 15th, right before the show. He dropped a little snippet saying, people go cop your tickets. Like, it's just sick to see my name, the logo, the brand, the show, everything I put all this effort into displayed like that and appreciated, and people are like, oh, this is a thing. Because like, you create something, but when someone else like that puts it in a manner where it's like, oh, he takes it as serious as like Rolling Loud. You know, like, that's the kind of energy it gave me. Like, oh, he's taking this as serious as if it's Rolling Loud.
Well, we are that serious.
It is that serious, but I'm just saying, in my own head, I'm like, holy fuck. Like, someone actually seeing my seriousness.
100%. We do this, everything that we do, no matter what the scale is, it's brought to a different scale when you have when you're broadcasted more to more people and you have more budgets and you have all that stuff, but the care and the passion and the love is sometimes even stronger when you don't have that shit.
Exactly, you know? Exactly. So I appreciate everyone who messages and shit.
No, it means a lot to like connecting with fans and stuff is huge. If it's a video online, if someone pulls up and like, yo, I've been at the mall a few times or driving and I'm like, yo, Esso. And I'm like,
yeah, that's crazy. That happens, yeah.
Like that's crazy.
No, it's happened. It's cool, I've seen it happen with you a few times, and it's crazy because even when I went to like 2 shows, like random shows, and I had like guys that are like photographers come up and shit like, oh shit, like
and a lot of people
like,
won't say anything too. They'll
just
say,
that's
and they'll
the thing.
keep back, but. I mean,
there's nothing wrong with that, though.
If you're out there, you see us in public,
come up to us.
Come on, anyone you recognize, if you just say a little something, that makes everything so much better, and they'll probably be nice to you 95%.
Majority of the time, they're gonna be nice, unless they're already at the top. They've seen it 1,000 times, like,
and you approach them wrong.
They're probably gonna be like, okay, like they see that 1,000 times. Us, we're nowhere near at that level yet. Where we're like, fuck, I've already seen like 10,000 people today. I'm tired. Like, leave me alone. Like, we can't. Like, oh man. And even then, I'll make sure I would never tell a fan like, oh, go fuck off. Like, I would never. That's crazy. Come on. Like, if someone appreciates my shit, I'd be like, even if you're at that level, it's like, yo, I'm sorry, I have to go somewhere, or I'm just not in the mood. I appreciate you. Thank you, and just leave it. You know. But right now, we'll never like walk up to us. Like, I want to meet people. I want to see the people behind the screen that are supporting, that are engaging with the stuff.
It doesn't feel real until it's real.
Yeah, and the show, I met some people that were supporting every single post that I never even saw. That like I never really like envisioned that. Oh, that's them. That's how they look like. That's how they carry themselves. It was interesting.
The show really brings things to life. Yeah. If you've ever been to a show, you see how real it is, and it really
puts it into perspective.
Slowly translating the people and like really show them how serious we are.
Yeah, 100%. I think the show is a big thing for me, and I think for anyone, like as an artist, as a platform, whatever. Shows
and
are
I appreciate as an artist what you're doing.
Thank you.
Doing that stuff, because not a lot of people do that.
Yeah.
And not a lot of people do it good, and for those two things to line up.
Yeah, thank you.
Fucking awesome. So
well, that's basically the Underground Showcase. Like I have the thing about it I wanted to mention was I do want to end it eventually. Like I think this one that just happened was the 3rd one. I want to end it on the 5th one, and it's funny because we just did it at the Revival, and the 5th one's gonna be at the Revival. So it's gonna be like I'm gonna be ending it at that venue probably. Okay. So it's kind of cool how that's gonna happen, because I'm not ending shows. It's just the Underground. I wanna veer away from that. I wanna start leveling it up at that point.
We're manifesting after that 5th one, baby. We're going pop stars. We're going rap stars. We're
still
everywhere.
Showing love to the Underground. The platform is always going to be open to Undergrounds. It's just that we're not going to be promoting ourselves as Underground, but we're always going to be showing love.
About it, but
100%. Like I'm never gonna leave the Underground completely. Like I'm always gonna want to have some sort of aspect of myself in the platform and some sort of a foot in it.
That's where it started.
Because I want to be able to bring people up with us. That's the whole point of me starting a platform. For you as an artist, it's not. It's I know you might want to be able to help some artists, and the Underground scene. We're always gonna show love. We're always gonna be part of it in some shape or form. And
let's get it. It's gonna be so much fun.
Shows are gonna be. They're gonna keep going. They're gonna keep getting bigger with scale. This one, a lot more organized, way better, and festival. Big one. Next year, I want to officially launch the Digital Music Fest. That's another part of the brand that's going to launch. Official one's happening summertime. Not going to be outdoor. It's going a little bit too fast, but we are going to be doing something for sure with that. Probably an indoor one. I have a few venues in mind, and I want to kind of speak it into existence. I think the Access Club is one of the ones that I really want to try to manifest and do my first festival there. It's about 600 capacity, and I think it's with people that we've met and the amount of support we've had, especially with the fact that we sold over 200 tickets on the 3rd show, which is fucking sick.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's like, with knowing how underground we are, is crazy. Look at this shit. Look at the bubbles.
Hey, yo. What's going on?
Bro.
I think this is a sign.
Is it a sign we gotta end it?
This is a sign I think we gotta end this shit, man.
Well, I appreciate you for everything, for coming on this, for talking about stuff.
Go a little bit closer to the mic, my boy. I don't know if they can hear you.
Oh, shit. I appreciate you for coming on, for talking about the album, talked a little bit about the 100%. Show. There's obviously a bunch of stuff I would have wanted to talk about, but thank you for anyone.
There's always stuff to talk about.
Yeah, there's always shit to talk about.
And you can get that convo if you actually go up to him in real life and actually say something to him.
Exactly.
And same as me, there's always stuff to talk about. I love doing this podcast in this little jacuzzi. You already know we got the rubber duckies and shit.
Come on. Actually, before we end it, I want to make sure that we quickly just, for the future, like, what are we doing? Like, what's the plan?
Album dropped.
Album dropped, but what's now?
More singles.
Okay, singles.
More connections. More everything. I'm super excited.
We got a lot of
shows.
Shit planned. No, shows for sure.
I'm excited.
There's already one planned for early next year. There's already one planned for early next year. You guys are gonna see us start traveling a lot more too. So collaborations
that's huge.
On the way.
Huge. I can't wait for that,
bro. We did a New York trip just recently. Spider Cuz,
New York.
Shout out Spider Cuz, Tracks NYC. Who else? Gary V. All that shit.
Oh shit.
We went crazy.
You know, son. Underground is becoming overground. Everything, baby. Let's go.
Above ground. It's above ground,
baby. Overground.
Crazy.
Yeah, that's it.
But yeah, no. Thank you guys for watching, and
thank you for having me in my own jacuzzi.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
look at this shit, bro. We're floating.
Let's float out this bitch.
Subscribe, and follow us and everything.
Woo! Oh shit,
my boy.
Watch the mic.
Cut the cameras, my boy. Oh.